This is the Fifth Estate Winning Headlines, your media police post, brought to you by the Fort Hall School of Government, coming to you from Nairobi, Kenya. In this segment, we summarize some of the headlines that you may have missed this morning. We also take a look at the political pieces that we call cartoons in this country. Today is the 7th of July 2022, and I'm Serbia.
I am MC Squared.
And I am GK. In case you missed the headlines, here they are. The Daily Nation, exposed, names behind polls lies. The Standard, Raila's threat to boycott polls on rigging claims. The Star, why IEBC top brass are under siege. And the People Daily, is IEBC ready for the elections? Okay, before we delve into the headlines, Mr. MC Squared, why don't you tell us what you have to tell us today?
Today I would like to talk about armies.
Oh, okay.
In order for you to win a war, you need a good and a loyal army. And in order to win an election, you need not just numbers, but good numbers.
Okay.
Yesterday, JM told us that the GEMA nation is deceiving William RUTO. And he is right. This is because the GEMA numbers he has sought for the last 5 years is a smokescreen.
Okay.
They will not vote for him. Let me explain. According to Machiavelli, there are 3 types of armies. The first army is the state army, or jeshi, commanded by the commander-in-chief and head of state.
Okay.
The second army is the mercenary army. The problem with mercenaries is that they are paid soldiers who come to fight for money. Ruto has gone and tried to buy a mercenary army in GEMA with promises of rice and chicken dinners at State House. The third army is the auxiliary army, an army from another country. Machiavelli warns us that mercenaries are useless and dangerous. If you try to win a war using mercenaries, you are neither firm nor safe.
Okay.
This is because mercenaries are unfaithful. They only go to the highest bidder.
Fact.
And they have no fear of God. Even if you have already spent billions, they'll run away during war. For instance, during the Vietnam War, where South Vietnam fought with Northern Vietnam, the South Vietnamese enlisted US support.
The mercenaries, huh?
The Americans showed up as mercenaries. The Vietnamese thought it would be a simple victory. This was because of US's superiority in technology and firepower. And for 10 years, the Vietnam War raged on until the US mercenaries accepted defeat and withdrew from the war. The resounding victory by the North Vietnamese showed the unreliability of mercenaries, no matter their strength.
Okay.
If the Kenyan voter votes according to their tribe, Ruto has the 2.2 million Kalenjin votes that we can give to him. If we add Mudavadi's 500k votes, Ruto gets around 3.0 million votes. Even if we are generous and give Ruto the 800k Somali vote because of Duale, he'll get just about 3.8 million. But to eat the 7.8 million 50% plus 1 victory line, Ruto needs to hire extra soldiers. This is why he went for the GEMA mercenaries. Since January, Ruto has visited GEMA more than 50 times.
Whoa.
Last year, he conducted over 135 rallies in just 1 month.
1 month.
And all of them in GEMA alone. Assuming each rally costs around 3 million shillings, he spent almost 500 million shillings. And yet, GEMA is abandoning him like a nonsense and turning to Baba.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Baba's army is 44% strong.
Yep.
They have fought for Baba since 2007 without fail.
No surrender.
Raila's army has given him 44% of all votes cast in 2007, cast in 2013, and also in 2017. Remember that in 2013, Mudavadi was running for president. The Luya vote would have gone to Mudavadi in theory, but 70% of the Mulembe nation cast their vote on the ballot for Baba.
Absolutely.
That, my friends, is loyalty. In today's voter register, Baba's numbers are 7.2 million strong. Now all Baba needs is 499,000 Akorino votes and Uhuru's 1 vote to get to 50% plus 1. It's not even much.
No.
And he will get them because he is offering a better deal to GEMA. One Martha Karua. Of the GEMA running mates, she is the most qualified.
Yes.
But what is my point here? The GEMA machinery lied that there will be RUTO on election day. After eating all his chicken billions, GEMA might not even vote. They already have a DP position if they vote or not.
Wow.
Today, I would like to discuss the price of a UDA ticket. Over the last couple of weeks, the price of a UDA ticket has fallen and its cost has risen. This is because RUTO has milked the damn cow dry from his rallies, church donations to his politics. He is experiencing what we call diminishing returns. The law of diminishing returns is an economic principle that states that in any production process, a point will be reached where adding 1 more unit of production while keeping other factors constant will cause the overall output to decrease. Put differently and applied to our situation, every rally or meeting that RUTO hosts is not yielding a positive return or increase in his share of votes. And it's all due to RUTO's actions. His dwindling popularity across the country has driven down the price of the UDA ticket. The worth of a UDA ticket today is nothing compared to what it was in the past.
Pure fact.
For instance, in Meru County, polls taken in September last year showed that RUTO's popularity was at 68% and Raila had a mere 11%. In December last year, during the Kiagu by-election in Meru, UDA beat Jubilee with a landslide. But since then, things have taken on a different tangent. By February this year, RUTO's popularity in Meru dropped from 68% to 40%.
Whoa.
UDA hardliners in the area have mellowed. Meru County has 9 of its 11 sitting MPs in UDA. Yet, the recent polls by Infotrack show that the most popular candidate for Meru gubernatorial position is Kawira Mwangaza, an independent candidate, followed by Kiraito Murungi from Mbas. Now, most Meru candidates with UDA nomination certificates even wish they were running on Mbas for Kiraito or even Nopeu Party for Mpuru Amburi. But what happened? How did RUTO fall so far, so fast? UDA overhyped their party in the last 2 years. Everyone and their mothers rushed to UDA. Many believed it was an express ticket to the next government. However, the initial hype was manufactured. RUTO cultivated it in order to persuade people that UDA was the revolution. And we have seen this before when quail eggs first hit the Kenyan market in 2012. Every enterprising Kenyan was drawn into the quail eggs business. Supply surged and prices fell back sharply. Many Kenyans suffered huge losses and were left cursing their bad luck. But the demand was not true consumption demand, but rather hype. Internet-fueled propaganda. Quail eggs were hailed as a superfood that cured everything from cancer to hypertension. The eggs actually gained more notoriety when a rumor monger said they were a cure for male impotence. However, there was no proof that they could actually do what was claimed. UDA was touted as a fantastic means of getting into the next government, much like quail eggs. But it was never about UDA. It was always about RUTO.
Fact.
We quickly realized that UDA was just a paper tiger revolution. It promised change and fairness, but couldn't care less about the small parties. The cost? Folding of small parties and lack of representation within the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Kenya Kwanza has 12 parties, but the registrar of political parties lists UDA, Moses Wetangula's Ford Kenya, and Musalia Mudavadi's ANC as the founding parties. Basically, it's not a coalition, it's just RUTO's UDA and friends. And as RUTO's popularity declines, so does the price of the UDA Kenya Kwanza ticket. This is because UDA was never a party, it was an outfit for RUTO. And right now, RUTO is so politically exposed that no outfit can cover his nakedness. Currently, those friends no longer want to be associated with UDA. So much that Irungu Kangata even used a photo from a Raila rally in 2017 as the backdrop for his campaign poster. But there's good news for those stuck with UDA tickets. Your misery will soon be over.
Wow, I love it. The law of diminishing returns. Love it. Well, guys, we are now just 32 days to that market day that we've all been looking for.
Yes.
It is officially, for those of you who did not know, it is officially crunch time. It is during this period that voters will make the decision as to who they will choose come August 9th, not before. In this final stage of campaigning, it is vital for leaders to consolidate their vote. True. And in my view, this is where Martha effect has been so successful in the battle for the GEMA vote. It is no doubt that Martha Karua was selected to be Raila's running mate to consolidate the mountain for Azimio. The keys of the mountain were handed to the Jaba/warrior, and Martha immediately went to work. And for the past 2 months, she has camped almost entirely in the GEMA region to consolidate the voters. Let us look at the past 3 days as an example. On Tuesday, Baba and Martha were in Nyeri County, the home of Kenya's second president Mwai Kibaki, and of course the DP's running mate Rigathi Gachagua. The people of Nyeri gave Mama na Baba an incredible reception. Yesterday, Mama na Baba visited Kiambu, the home of our current president Uhuru Kenyatta, and the people of Kiambu showed up to support Baba. And today, Martha Karua took Baba to her home turf of Kirinyaga County, the home of our country's name, and the reception that they received was immense and intense. Each of these visits have revealed that the mountain is not insurmountable, as those in UDA would want you to believe. GEMA is excited about Baba, and that excitement, in my view, is because of Martha Karua. At this crucial stage of the election, Martha has proven that she is the difference maker for the Azimio coalition. And this is because she has stolen the storyline of this election. An election that was once about wheelbarrows has now become an election about a strong Kikuyu woman with an impeccable track record. Martha has captured the imagination of a people who are craving for something to believe in, not just something or someone to vote against. Because of Martha, Baba is climbing that mountain. And this is bad news for William Ruto. Remember that he needs the mountain intact to win the presidency. That's a fact. And Martha has split the mountain. This is why Ruto has been scrambling to bring the mountain together with conspiracies, lies, and masking tape. But it has backfired. When he told us he almost slapped the president, GEMA was disgusted. When he told us that he wants to investigate the president, GEMA rebelled. And when he told us that he will fix agriculture in 6 months, GEMA laughed at his face. This is the Martha effect in action. To end, today, 32 days to the election, we commemorate Saba Saba Day, an event that changed the course of this nation's history. Guess what? 32 years ago. And I don't believe that this symmetry is a coincidence. After all, and according to Wayne Dyer, what is a coincidence but two angles that are said to coincide, fitting perfectly together? This is basic mathematics, as Mr. MC Squared can attest. And on this day of coincidence and symmetry, it says a lot that two liberation heroes are traversing the nation asking for our votes, both from different political parties, but working together to share their vision for country. Truly, tumetoka mbali sana. The question that we must therefore ask ourselves is simple. Who best represents the spirit that Saba Saba fought so passionately for?
Baba na Mama.
Absolutely. So, in case you missed the headlines, here they are. The Daily Nation exposed names behind poll lies. The Standard, Raila's threat to boycott polls on rigging claims. And the Star, why IEBC top brass are under siege. And the People Daily, is IEBC ready for the election? So we have these 4 headlines right before us, which they're all touching on the IEBC and the threats to the polls. Which one is calling your names, guys?
I like People's Daily. What say you, MC Squared?
I also like People's Daily, because this question they're asking, whether IEBC is ready for election, it's a very pertinent question, especially since 2017 happened. We are living with that fact, and I do not think we should repeat.
They have some very serious questions that they need to answer.
Yes.
So we say the People Daily gives us our winning headline?
Yep.
So there you have it. The People Daily gives us our winning headline. So before we conclude, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that like button. We're also on your TV screens. You'll find us on Pang Fruitier, GoTV, and Star Times. Before I leave, I'll give you a quote as inspired by Mr. MC Squared, because he was talking about Machiavelli, and we love Machiavelli. And he says, the first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men around him. Have a brilliant evening.
God bless.